Hello, people there in F1 Jesus. Probably not, but if you happen to stumble upon this video, today we are doing a unique mock draft. Again, this is not going to be realistic. This is just a fun mock draft where every team is going to end up taking a quarterback. It's just a different style of a video. It's just a little fun. Some teams are going to end up taking two quarterbacks. I don't care if they need a quarterback or not. I don't care if they have Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. They're taking a quarterback. At number one, this is going to be their real pick, Fernando Mendoza. No explanation needed. That's just who they're taking. The Jets at number two, Ty Simpson, arguably probably the second best quarterback in this draft class. Looked good before the injury this season. He had like a 20-0 interception ratio. He looked really good, but down the stretch he looked mid at best. But people are taking that out of context and saying that he's really not that good because of the second half of the season, but still has that potential, I think. Cardinals at three. It's really between Garrett Neumeyer and Carson Beck, but I'm going to have him going with Carson Beck. I think Carson Beck will be the third best in this class. For a few reasons alone. Obviously, we saw him in the national championship, but he has a lot of experience. This guy has been playing for like 6 years. And like, he kind of has a Josh Allen kind of build. And he's been to national championships. He knows the pressure. I think that this is an okay pick. He's not amazing, but they picked Cam Ward. But again, this is not realistic, so I'm going to have him go with Drew Aller. The season before last season, Drew Aller looked really good under James Franklin's regime, but then we also saw last season. But he didn't even play that bad. It was like that 2-game stretch where they lost like 2 games, and then he got injured, and then apparently now he's the worst because he's injured and then James Franklin got fired. He still has potential. He's still a pretty good quarterback. He literally just got injured, and the team was kind of on their downfall anyway. But that could be a coaching problem. That may have not been Drew Aller's problem. And number 5, we have the Giants going with Cade Klubnik. Coming into the season, this dude was supposed to be the Heisman winner. Obviously, people thought highly of him. Look at him in 2024, 36 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. This dude was absolutely a dog. And this is actually the same excuse that I said for Peter Woods and TJ Parker in an actual mock draft, is that Clemson was not fighting for anything. So of course he was not playing his best. They weren't fighting to win anything. They knew their odds were over, which is kind of a bad mindset. But still, that's the reason he performed that good this season. Still a high potential. Browns, I have them going Taylen Green. This dude at the combine looked like a monster. He gives off Anthony Richardson vibes. I mean, it's not really this dude's fault. He played on the worst SEC team. They went like 2-10. But still, this dude has the build of Anthony Richardson, 6'6", 235. He ran like the second fastest quarterback, 40 meters. And like, he just looked like an absolute dog at the combine. Washington here, I have them going. I think I'm going Luke Altmyer. I think this dude, Illinois is kind of a sneaky team. I think they could have easily made the playoffs the last 2 seasons. He looked good, about 3,000 yards the last 2 seasons, 22-5, 22-6, about the same ratio. So he's a consistent interception to touchdown ratio guy. His build is 6'2", 215. He's 23, kind of young. I think that this is an alright pick here. And then I know you guys were questioning, why is Garrett Nussmeier still here? This dude's probably the third best quarterback in this class. I'm going to the Saints solely for one reason. It's because his dad's the offensive coordinator. Imagine this LeBron Bronny type situation. Garrett Nussmeier and his dad. Imagine. This is where it gets a little risky here, because I don't know if my ball knowledge is good enough for all these. But we'll see. Over here, I have Haynes King going to the Chiefs. He's kind of sneaky, actually. The Georgia Tech, they were 9-0 to start off this season. They could have easily been a playoff team. I know the numbers don't look too good. 3,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 6 picks. Season before, 2,000 yards, 14 2 picks. But this dude is a dog in the run game. It doesn't show here, but this dude has like 15 rushing touchdowns this season. He's actually a certified dog, which you wouldn't expect, but he actually is. Number 10 in the Bengals, we have Joe Burrow 2.0, Sawyer Robertson. Him and Joe Burrow are just same exact. Like, it's actually insane. This dude, 6'4", 220. This dude only throws the ball up deep. You could compare it to Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That trio over there. Obviously, he didn't have those type of wide receivers for Robertson, but this dude led the yards and touchdowns most of the season. And all Burrow does was chuck that thing up and pray that someone caught it. He looked pretty good to actually start off the season, but then started getting a little yucky with the interceptions towards the back end, but I think he saw some high potential. Then we got the Dolphins here. Ball knowledge getting a little low here, but Diego Pavia. Imagine Bo Miami. Imagine the numbers he'd be putting up. Not in a good way, but next two are right here. It says 6'4". Bo's definitely like 5'10". What a lie. Has been contender here, but fraudulent. Bad personality. The Cowboys here. I'm going Cole Payton. Some people would say this dude is the next prophecy. The glaze coming from this dude from some of these North Dakota State people is actually crazy. Then we have the Rams here. Shoot, ball knowledge is running out, guys. But I'm going with Jalen Daniels. Don't get confused with Jaden Daniels. This is Jalen. But this dude looked pretty good. 22-7. He's a pretty good rusher, too. 6 foot, 220. And then, I know, they picked Fernando, but let's just have a little fun here. Just give him a bum that wouldn't usually get drafted here. Let's give him Zach Calzada. You know, I don't know anything about this dude, but I know Kentucky's absolute bunch. Oh my God, this dude picked and no touch. Oh my God, this dude played one game. This dude's a bum. Number 15, we got the Bucks. Well, I'm taking Joey Aguilar. He looked actually really good at Tennessee. Tennessee was ranked most of the season. This dude played like 8 seasons, though, which is actually crazy. I think it's 7, but they denied him the 8th. And he was like, oh no. But still, he looked okay most of the season. Had some good receivers like Chris Brazzell. The Jets, they also picked Ty Simpson earlier. That's time to pick another bum. Can't tell that was actually not a bum. He looked okay for some of the season. I think when he started, looked a lot better than the games after his first start. But Lions, we have them going Miller Moss. Miller Moss, I know. I think he's also a pretty good rusher, I'm pretty sure, but nothing too amazing. We're getting to the point in the video where I don't know too much, and these dudes are all kind of below average, but I don't know. He made the playoffs, led Tulane to a pretty good season. I think he's also a good rusher. We got the Panthers. Well, I'm going Joe Fagnano. That's how you say it. This dude's also highly regarded. Maybe like this. I'm just trying to say the 6th or 7th highest ranked quarterback in this draft class. For a while, this dude did not have a pick. It was actually crazy. His touchdown to interception ratio was 28-1, 20-4. This dude's absolutely a certified dog, but they're also an independent school, so their schedule is kind of absolute bunch. Then we got the Cowboys. I'm going to have the Cowboys going with Tyler Van Dyke since they already picked a quarterback. And the only reason I'm picking him here, SMU's in Dallas, so get to stay home. I don't even know that's where it's from, but still he played there. The Steelers. We're going to have them going with Mark Gronsky. Iowa actually looked really good this season, I must say. It was more because of their defense and their run game. But this dude was also at the helm of their offense, I guess, so he was pretty good. And the Steelers like drafting Big Ten players, so. Then we got the Chargers. We're going to have them going with Tommy Castellanos. This dude looked good for about 2 games the whole season. And that was the first 2. Other than that, it's crazy that they started off like 3-0 and finished with 4 wins. Just diabolical. Something Justin Herbert would do. So we're going to have the Eagles. We're going Behren Morton. I know he had some injuries this season. Didn't play every single game. Maybe he did. I'm actually such a casual. But led Texas Tech to the playoffs where they got absolutely BTA'd. But looked good throughout the season. So. Alright, next up we have the Browns. I had to pause for a little bit because I kind of made the realization that there is not enough players for the amount of teams left. So we're going to have to improvise here. Since the Browns already took a QB, if you ever play Madden, you know who else could play? Hold on, guys. I'm messing up everything. Kickers could play QB, so we're going Trey Smack. Okay, then we got the Bears here. I'm going with Kyron Drones. Don't know anything about this dude. I'm just going to have him take him. Bills. Have him go with... Let's see. I'm just going to start firing these off. Maverick McClure. Underrated. I don't know if he's underrated, but went to a small school like Josh Allen. 49ers. Have him going Grayson James. Texans. Have him going Blake Sheppen. Chiefs already... Oh, wait. Yeah, no, they did take a quarterback. Gonna have him going Will Ferrin. Broncos. Last quarterback available here. And then, alright guys, this thing doesn't want to load, so we'll have to do it this way. These are my picks with this unrealistic QB draft. Highlighted how much ball knowledge I don't know when it comes to these smaller school quarterbacks. But this was just a fun little video. Don't know if anyone watched it, but if any of you guys did somehow watch this, stumble upon this, if you guys liked it, leave a like, subscribe, comment. Could also do this with a bunch of other positions. Hopefully I won't run out of players that way. So thank you guys for watching.